Yo, I'm finally back. Judging by how much you guys liked the last video, I've decided to do a follow-up series with regards to my diet, because a lot of you guys were questioning about my diet in the comment section below, so I've decided to make a video on it. Now, with regards to my growth spurt, I was as tall as my mom when year 6 ended, and by the start of year 10, I was around 6'1", so it's like a 9-inch growth spurt. That's a lot. And I grew a bit more before that and a bit more after that. But during the period of year 6 and to year 10, those were the years where the most rapid growth happened. So that will be known as my growth spurt. Now, before we start, I just want to get a few things cleared up. First of all, this is not going to be the diet to get you the leanest, but you're going to put on weight during this diet, okay? But you're going to get taller. And the second thing is, I really don't recommend this diet outside of a growth spurt because you will expand like width-wise, not length-wise. So yeah, let's get right into it. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe as well as comment down below what you guys want to see from me next. Now, for the first meal of the day, we have breakfast. Breakfast, perhaps the most important meal of the day. I usually have a full bowl of cereal. Make sure to add the cereal first, and that should be 5 to 6 serving portions of any cereal you want. If nuts are available, I will eat a handful. The bread is an alternative to cereal. Just switch it up a bit during the week. The 6 eggs are mandatory every day. Instant noodles are also an option of carbohydrate to replace bread or cereal. Just make sure to get the ones with around 500 calories a packet and have 2 to 3 packets. Finally, the milk, at least 2 glasses, full of calcium and good for bone growth. Now, the secret food number 1, calcium tablets. You can find these at your local pharmacy store and follow the instructions with regards to how to consume them. They taste bad, but they're game changers. Many people backed out from it because of the taste, but I was able to endure it. However, if you have any chronic disorders or other allergic reactions to calcium, make sure to consult with a doctor before consuming them. So that was breakfast. If you did everything right, it should have been around 1,500 calories to around 1,800 calories. Now, I usually have lunch at school, and how would I get that much calories at school? This is where things get very interesting. Now let's move on to lunch. Now for the second meal of the day, we have lunch at school. Now as you can see, this is what a normal day of lunch will look like for me. There is bread, there is rice, there is potato, and there is chicken. There's also a range of different snacks that I would get. Now because I had this type of lunch many years ago, so I don't quite remember the number of calories in them, I'm gonna roughly estimate there's around 2,000 to 3,000 calories on a daily basis. Now, you may wonder, how could I get this much food at school? Well, I usually pack my own lunch, and I couldn't pack much because my mom thought I would become obese. So what I did was, I would wait beside the bin near the locker area where people get their lunch. No matter what school you go to, there's always those kids who don't eat their lunch and they throw it away in the bin unopened. Now think about it. If you ask them politely, of course they would rather give it to you. For my own lunch, I packed valuable junk food that would allow me to trade for other people's gourmet lunch like curry chicken sandwich, tuna sandwich, pasta, and other sorts of delicacies. Lunch really is about the hustle. Now for meal 2.5, we have fruits. Secret food number 2, fruits. When I get home every day, I have around 3 to 4 pieces of fruits. They're super underrated when it comes to growth, that I personally dedicate a meal for them. Fruits are easy to eat, full of vitamin, and they open up your appetite for the final meal of the day, which is dinner. Now, what fruit you eat really is up to your personal preference. I personally like the ones with a lot of water, because fruits with more water can open up your appetite better. Now for the final meal of the day, we have dinner. Dinner isn't that complicated too. Just make sure you're getting in vegetables, meat of any kind, and rice. Now I ate white rice back then, but I would recommend brown rice for extra nutrients. Try not to eat bread for dinner, because rice is way more dense in calories than bread, which I really recommend. Vegetables help you clear out the system, making you hungry again the next day, and meat contains a protein for growth. As you can see, this meal here isn't much, so I would recommend that you try to eat twice the volume of this meal. I know that sounds like a lot, so if you can't eat twice the volume of this meal, just try your best, but this would be the bare minimum. Now, this meal may look a bit overwhelming for some, but trust me, learn to cook and make the food taste good so you can get more in. If there are further confusion, feel free to drop it in the comment section, and I can get my mom to do a full breakdown of my diet back then when I was growing, because she did most of the cooking. Here's the fish stew. I really recommend at least one fish protein every week to swap out the meat, but if you don't like fish, just switch between the meats you like. Also, for my vegetarians out there, eat a lot of nuts, lentils, and peas to replace the meat protein. Now, I don't recommend dessert after dinner because eating dessert after dinner will make your blood sugar level super high, which will make you unable to sleep at night. However, dessert after lunch or breakfast is okay. And with that being said, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you have any other questions or suggestions, leave them in the comment section. If you liked the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.